Hello, 45 Alpha Charlie Papa channel, and today we are going to talk about the upcoming Wanenmacher gun show in Tulsa, Oklahoma that's coming up this weekend. I'm going to be there. I know Clovertac's going to be there. He's kind of the one who rounds a bunch of us up to go down there to kind of meet there. He's from down in Texas. I'm from Iowa. We've got several other people coming in. He knows about 10 or 11 different gun tubers that are going to be there. I know Clovertac's going to be there. I know Gizzard Gary's going to be there. I wouldn't be surprised. I'm almost positive that Ghost Tactical will be there, and there'll be a few other ones. And we usually have a little bit of channel swag on the table. If you want to see us, we're normally up in the northwest corner of the building, along the wall, along the north wall. So if you're there at the show and you want to check out and see some of us gun tubers and meet and greet us, I'd be more than happy to say hi. If you see me out there, say hi. I'd be more than happy to say hi and discuss great firearms with you. Anyway, I thought I would do a call out to the top 5 firearms I'm going to be looking for at this show. This is kind of, Clovertac put out his top 5. I thought I'd put out my top 5, and I'll put a link somewhere below or at the end or down below for Clovertac's top 5. But my top 5, I'm looking for quite a bit of stuff. You've got 11 acres under one roof full of all kinds of different firearms, from antique to modern. I mean, and everything in between. If you can't find it at Tulsa, chances are you're probably not going to find it there. They have got a tremendous selection of different things. There's stuff there that I had never seen before. I didn't even know existed when I was there last time. Now, these 2 rifles were what I picked up at this last spring's show. This fall, we'll see what it is, but here goes my top 5 that I'm going to look for. Now, I do have a wild card in there, so there's actually 6. But my wild card is a 6-shot, and that would be the Heritage revolving rifle. The Heritage Rough Rider revolving rifle. Not the pistol, the rifle. I'm looking at that 16-inch rifle with the stock. I think that would be a blast to shoot. And you can change that over into a pistol. They do have a hand grip for it, so you can make a 16-inch bunt line special. That would be awesome. But I will probably end up with one of those if I find a good enough deal. That is definitely one of those that it's within my budget that I will probably pick up. Now, these next 5 may or may not be, or they can kind of get kind of high, but I'll be looking, and if I find a deal, we'll be bringing one of those home. So, and number 5, some kind of side-by-side hammer-fired coach gun. That is one of those that has been on my want list for quite a while, in either 20 gauge or 12 gauge. It needs to be modern enough so I can shoot modern shells through it. Unfortunately, I don't reload for either one of those, so buying an older one that's black powder only may not be in the cards for me if I can't reload for it. At number 4, M1 carbine. I've been wanting an M1 carbine for quite a while. There are quite a few there, but it can get really kind of confusing as to whether you're getting an actual M1 carbine or I know there was a knockoff at some point, so I've got to do a little bit more research for it. But that's something I will be looking for, is the M1 carbine. I thought about the Chiappa M1 in 9mm that takes Beretta mags, but the reviews I've seen on that haven't been all that great, so I'm not going to waste my money on something that may not be up to par. But, an M1 carbine and 30 carbine would be something very fun to have, very historical, be on that list. At number 3, Browning high power or a high power clone. I don't care if it's a clone. If I can get a Browning high power at a little lower price. I mean, the Springfield Armory, maybe, but I have a feeling those are going to be high. Those just came out, and typically the prices on those are a little higher than they should be. The Wesson is coming out with a high power clone, something I'm very, very interested in, but I don't think they're shipping those quite yet, so that might have to be pushed off to a later date. Or if I happen to find a great buy on a Browning high power, we'll be taking that home if I can find a good deal on one. The next one on the list, at number 2, model Smith & Wesson Model 52. A double stack, early Smith & Wesson autoloader. Kind of the granddaddy of the Smith & Wesson autoloaders, although it's not the single stack. Was that the 39, I believe it was. I'm looking for the 52. I'm looking for the double stack version. Although if I find an older one, that might also be bump up on the list. But it's a pistol. I'm going to have to find a really, really good deal on it. And at number 1 on the list, I am looking for a 44 Magnum revolver, because what doesn't want a 44 Magnum revolver? I'm going to look, at the Smith & Wesson Model 29s or Ruger American are kind of the two, 1 and 2 up there on the list. The snub-nosed Ruger American, that's just a sexy looking gun. And the 44 Magnum, yes, please. And the thing with the 44 Magnum is I don't have one, but I am set up to load for them. I've got the dies, I've got the brass, I've got the bullets, the powder, primer. I just need the gun. But this is 45 Alpha Charlie Papa channel, though, just to give you an idea what is available at these shows. I've got here a Remington rolling block from 1870. This is a Spanish 3rd or 4th contract rifle. I've looked it up. I don't remember off the top of my head, but I know it's Spanish. However, this is kind of a hybrid. It is Spanish, but the stock set appears to be, has some French markings on it, and it does have the French-Greek markings on the bands here. So kind of interesting, but it is in its military configuration. 32 Reformado is what we think these are. I'm waiting on some brass. That's why I haven't really showed this on the channel. Haven't been able to get out to shoot it. But single shot black powder. Going to be a great fun when I do finally get everything together to shoot it. The barrel on this is really, really good for an 1870s black powder single shot. And in front here, we've got the deal of the show last year. I think I stole this. It's the single shot 223 H&R. Now, this 223 single shot was one of those on my list. It wasn't the top 5, but it was on the list, something I was kind of looking for. And when this fell in my lap for $175 with the scope, as you see it, I just had to jump on it. So deals can be had at these shows, even though a lot of people see the high prices. There are several good deals that can also be found. This is 45 Alpha Charlie Papa channel. If you're there at the show, hope to see you, and I am out.